The impact of producing and discarding materials used for the creation of Carnival garments is now shaping conversations on sustainability. Designers in the field shared how they're implementing practices that will safeguard the environment. Here's Faith Cheruiyot with the details in this week's Keeping It Green.
Brought to you by Flow. We keep your rhythm flowing at discoverflow.co.
Do we really treat the earth with the respect and the discipline that is required to allow it to sustain itself and to sustain us?
The question on how Carnival practices could become sustainable has shaped conversation by designers championing this move. The integrated program, Elimination of Hazardous Chemicals from Supply Chains by the Basel Convention Regional Center, has the practitioners at the forefront of the initiative. Production designer and storyteller Richard Young said his involvement is through taking responsibility as a creative and finding solutions.
When they came to me, I said, oh, that's fabulous. I want to engage people to understand the responsibility of them being in the creative sphere. And creatives have to also lead the way. To me, that's also it. All the civilizations were led by new creative ways of doing things. And I think that's our responsibility as creatives, to find ways to lend their imaginings to other practices.
Founder of Akila's Jewelry stated that conscious practices involves considering environmental impact of materials and ensuring they can be returned to nature without causing harm.
I look at ecological footprint, reducing your carbon footprint. So when you say reduce your carbon footprint, you look at where your material is coming from, and when you're ready to dispose of it, at least it can be something that goes back into the earth and not just degrading Mother Earth.
Sustainable practices in fashion industry are not only to address issues faced now. Founder of Indigenous Philosophy Dominic LaRoche stressed that it is an investment on the future.
I think that this initiative is very important. We're a society that don't seem to want to respond unless we feel bombarded by things. So I suppose if it comes up often enough, you will penetrate a percentage that could make a difference, or at least stimulate some new sensitivity in others who were not so sensitive or knowledgeable at all. Because for the continuum, I'm living now, but the sustainable practices are really for future generations. That's why you're doing it, to preserve for future.
Recognizing that we are one with nature is the first step towards the adoption of change in practices. Founder of The Cloth, Robert Young, said it is through this understanding that we begin to heal ourselves and, in turn, nature.
To find these solutions, you can't do that with all the grief you have, all the pain you have, from what has happened to people's bodies, to the loss of animal life, to the loss of plant life, to the loss of rock formations. All those things affect human beings. When you see a hill getting bulldozed, that affects you. But we don't acknowledge it. We're not quiet enough to hear it. And we have to grieve all of that before you find a solution. Because we don't recognize that we are this.
This 6-year initiative will take part in the form of workshops, practical and theoretical practices that will continue driving efforts towards sustainability in the carnival industry. I am Faith Cheruiyot, keeping it green for TTT News.
Brought to you by Flow. We keep your rhythm flowing at discoverflow.co.
Protection that moves to your beat. Protect your home with Armor Security. With 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response, you and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security. We keep your rhythm flowing. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.